Okay, I'm getting pretty close to figuring this all out here, but after reviewing the gas stove, I see there's two different options here. You can install it as a freestanding cutout, which basically means or you can do it as a slide-in cutout. The slide-in cutout has this slug of countertop in the back. The freestanding has no slug in the back, and the stove ends up going tight to the wall. And this slug, if you go with a slug, can't be more than 2 1/4 inches, according to, let's see, yeah, remaining countertop depth should not exceed 2 1/4 inches. That's what it says down here. So that slug right here can't be more than 2 1/4 inches for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I hate to find out. So, and this is with a 25 deep countertop, which is pretty common. Now let's look at the drawing for a second. If you look at this drawing, if I go with a slide-in option, then I'd have to reduce. Right now we've got this 36 wide sink base cabinet. If I go with a slide-in option, this would represent the slug. Let's go here. This is a slug too, but this is this slug in the back is 2 1/4 inches. This 28 7/8. This box right here represents the stove. I'm going to delete that measurement for now, but I'm going to move the stove so it's even. So if I go with a 36-inch sink base and have the slug in the back, this pull out is going to end up hitting the stove. You can see it right there, right where my mouse is. So one option is to make the slug smaller. This slug is 1 1/4 inches. Slide that over to here and slide that back. Oops. Hit this button. Slide that back to there. So then that barely clears. From that point to there, it's only 1/4 inch. So I'd probably, if you want to keep a 36-inch stove, a 36-inch sink base, then I'd probably go with the freestanding option, which means that slug goes away, and then this stove gets jammed up against this wall. Then that would give us 1 1/8 inch clearance, in theory. So that would be a lot more comfortable. So that would mean you have to change your sink. No, that would mean you wouldn't have to change your sink if you go with a freestanding. If you go with a slide-in option, then you got to change your sink, because this has to move this way in order for this line to move that way, and then this can come out. Well, let's put in the 1 1/4 inch, and then you got clearance. Then you got 1.5 inch clearance. So if this confuses the heck out of you, give me a shout, and I can try and explain it to you over the phone. But this is a 33-inch sink base centered on the window. This is the 36. the dishwasher will move down here, and then I would make this cabinet a 16.5-inch wide draw base cabinet. If we went with a 33-inch and the slide-in option, as opposed to this is a slide-in option as opposed to the freestanding option.